Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Ben, and today I'm back with another banger of video. Guys, here I am doing another team for my MLB season preview series, and today we have none other than the New York Mets. I told you guys I was going to move to the NL East team. I was deciding which team I wanted to pick, but I ended up going with the Mets because why not? I mean, the Mets are the Mets. The Mets are always going to be the Mets. What does that mean? I'm pretty sure a lot of people know. But I think the Mets going into this year, obviously, it was a very disappointing season last year. You know, Pete Alonso suffered injury. Lindor had a pretty good season. Beatty struggled low key. They had good and bad bumps throughout last season, to be honest. They did end up missing the playoffs, missing the wild card. But, you know, people are hopeful that maybe the Mets could get in there in the wild card. And I'll tell you guys why. Because they did add some quite decent additions, in my opinion. They added Adrian Hauser from the Brewers. They added also Tyrone Taylor from the Brewers. They also got Harrison Bader, Luis Severino, some decent players added to this Mets roster. As I was recording this video, I just found out that Kodai Senga is most likely going to miss some time in the beginning of the season. We're talking about maybe a return date of late May, early June, possibly because of arm fatigue. And that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate because at first it just sounds like something that you don't want it to happen as a Mets fan because he is your ace. You know, as we seen Kodai Senga last season, he actually pitched really well for his first year in the majors, and we were very hopeful to see him bounce back and have another great year. But I mean, it looks like that's going to have to be postponed just a little bit because it looks like that arm fatigue issue has come to be a major issue for Kodai Senga, and he's most likely not going to pitch for a month or maybe two. Who knows? But regardless, we're going to get a healthy Pete Alonso, so that's one great thing. Another good season from Lindor I expect to happen. I do think the Mets have a good lineup, obviously, with Marte, Nimmo. Nimmo's still a great player. Jeff McNeil. Like I said, you implement Tyrone Taylor. You guys still will hope for the best for Brett Beatty. Francisco Alvarez, the catcher, he is a stud. One of my favorite catchers in the league right now. And yeah, the pitching, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. They got Jose Quintana still. Like I said, Luis Severino was added, Adrian Hauser, some other decent pitchers coming off that fourth and fifth spot in that rotation. But overall, you know, that Kodai Senga blow is going to be detrimental. It's going to be detrimental, especially for the first start of the season. You know, the Mets need to pick up pace and pick up pace quick because, you know, you have the Braves and the Phillies, who I think are better teams than the Mets. And in my opinion, if they start slow, it's not going to be a good look. I know there was a lot of rumors of Pete Alonso being traded. You know, there was rumors he would be traded to the Brewers. Just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. But at this point, you know, it's too late. But I wouldn't be surprised if maybe there's a deal. How it depends how bad the Mets are doing. A deal for Pete Alonso before the trade deadline.
Oh, just take it easy, man.
And because Pete Alonso's name, you know, was out there as a trade rumor. You know, constant trade rumor. It wasn't just, you know, a little fluke that just happened one week and just disappeared. No, it was a very constant throughout the offseason. Where might Pete Alonso be traded? And I think that was also one thing that Mets fans are hoping, like, no, 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 you got to keep him on the team. And if I'm a Mets fan, I would have to keep him on the team. I would want to keep him on the team because it's one of those things. He is one of the best power bats, if not the best power bat in Major League Baseball. A top three, for sure, top three. So it would be unfortunate losing a guy like him. Yes, you could get a good haul in return, but still, Pete Alonso is one of the best first basemen in baseball, in my opinion, right now. And if you're losing him by trade, I mean, yeah, you'll get a good package in return for Pete Alonso, but at the same time, Pete Alonso is a stud of player, so you got to put some respect on his name at the end of the day. And Lindor, I think Lindor is going to have another great season because he had a very good season. I feel like Lindor is a very hit on player in the league. That's just my point of view on it. I think he low key is very hit on, and I don't know why. I don't know. I really don't know, but I have a lot of good things to say about Lindor. Obviously, last season, pretty good season, but I expect him to have a very good season with the Mets this year. And yeah, I can see him being the best player on the Mets this year, to be quite honest. I don't know if I'm fueling up the fire too much for Lindor right now, but still, I do have a lot of high expectation for Lindor just because of how he succeeded last season. When it comes to the Mets, their projections, I'm not sure either, but I will put it right here. And honestly, I have a feeling that the Mets projections, I think they're going to go lower. I think they're going to go lower for one reason, and I just feel like it's going to be because of pitching rotation. I feel like their pitching rotation isn't the best, and if they have additions, maybe by the trade deadline, if they're doing pretty good, that will be a thing to keep in mind. But even then, I don't know. I just feel like their pitching rotation is kind of gonna bring them down. You know what I mean? It's just their lineup, like I said, is pretty good. It's pretty hefty. I like the best that are in there, like Nimmo, like McNeil, like obviously Lindor, Marte, Pete Alonso, Francisco Alvarez. Good bats in that lineup. But the pitching rotation is what will hold them down, in my opinion. So that's why I'm going to go lower over their wins in projections. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Mets could have a decent season, pretty mid-season. I feel like that's what I'm looking at for the Mets this season. Just a mid-season, to be quite honest. Will it be better than last year's season? Possibly. Will it be worse? Also possibly. I think there's a big question mark with Kodai Senga and how severe that injury can be and can play a factor into this season. Because if it's one thing, it's just not getting better. Kind of like it reminds me of Brandon Woodruff throughout that last stretch where we expected him to be ready for the postseason, but he wasn't, and he had to go get surgery. If it's something like that, close to that, bro, I'm not gonna lie, it could be a situation where the Mets might be done. They might be finished. They might be cooked for the season, obviously. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's just how I see you playing. Just a very mid team. Like I said, and it will mostly be held up because of their bats in that lineup, because they have some great bats in that lineup. But at the end of the day, it is what their pitching rotation kind of brings to the table as well, day in and day out. The relief pitchers, obviously, Edwin Diaz will be back, so that is a major plus. I miss those trumpets, bro. Say what you want. People might be hating on the trumpets as well, but at the end of the day, I think the trumpets are phenomenal, and I'll be excited to see them back at Citi Field. Yeah, I just can't wait till he closes a game again, bro. Obviously, what happened to him last season was very unfortunate, very sad, in the World Baseball Classic going out like that. And yeah, it was just very tragic, but I'm glad he's back, and I'm glad he's about to pitch this season. So that is a major plus for Mets fans, and just overall for Edwin Diaz, who could be closer of the NL. I think he might win that award. But I really gotta end up just giving you guys my award predictions already, because I'm already, hinting at NL Rookie of the Year, NL Closer. Man, I just keep hinting at these awards, but not giving you guys the video, and it's coming. It's coming soon. I just have to overall just wait just maybe a week more. I don't know. I keep delaying the video. Should I just upload it? Let me know. Let me know. But overall, to finish talking about the Mets for this upcoming season, I feel like Mets fans deserve to be hopeful because, like I said, that lineup it's pretty damn good if you ask me. But obviously, be a little bit, I wouldn't say worried about that rotation, but, it does draw concerns for sure. So keep that in mind. But like I said, I could see them possibly going over or possibly going under their win projections, but I myself have them going lower. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Mets this upcoming season. Are you guys hopeful for what they will bring to the table in the NL East and overall in the league? So let me know what you guys think. And yeah, other than that, it's been your boy Ben. I'll catch you guys on the flippity flip, boys.